Chapter 17, Day Breaks. Hey guys, what's going on? I'm the Dog, and welcome back to some more Fire Emblem Path of Radiance. This chapter is going to be... how to put it? It is going to be a doozy. That is not a word I normally use. Is that it? Wait, there's more! It seems that Prince Rayson was able to escape Duke Tanis' villa and make his way safely to Serene's forest. However, we have word that Tanis' men have entered the forest in hopes of recapturing the prince. We've not a moment to waste. Please, O King of Hawks, reach out your mighty talons, strike down these wretched humans, and rescue Prince Rayson. I implore you, your majesty, take wing at once. Why is Nisala not here? His Highness must not be seen here at this time. What's going on, you old buzzard? King Kilvos is the White Prince's friend, isn't he? Well, how do I put this? It's all very complicated. I care not for excuses. If anything happens to Rayson, blood will be spilled. Oh no, please, there's no cause for worry. Duke Tanis treats his works of art with delicacy so extreme that it could best be called abnormal. He would never let any harm befall Prince Rayson. He probably can't even bring himself to touch him. The king himself told me so. That is the only reason he accepted this proposal. Proposal? What I mean is, hold it. You crows set the prince up? Set up? Oh, no. Well, not exactly. Please don't hurt me. So that's the truth of it, eh? Nisala treated Rayson like a piece of merchandise and sold him to a human. No, that's not... The only one who referred to him as merchandise was Duke Tanis. We never. It doesn't matter. Claiming ignorance does not grant you innocence. You treated Rayson like a trinket in a public market. Dear. If Rayson hadn't escaped on his own, perhaps the Crow King would have rescued him when things cooled down. Regardless, Rayson trusted in his friend and followed him into the trap, and Nisala spit on that friendship. That I cannot forgive. Your assessment of this old bird is correct. I'm a worm, nothing more. But please, I beg of you, temper your outrage, let it cool. You're unbelievable. What is it with you crows, anyway? Everything you do is so dirty and deceptive. We will never understand your ways. Do you hear me, Grey Wings? I hear you well, young hawk, but our nation has its own issues. Please, this is not the time to yell at a tired old man. You must hurry to Prince Rayson's side. Once he is safe, you can punish me in any way that you see fit. Tear me limb from limb if you wish. But please, go to Prince Rayson, I beg of you. This begging is unseemly and unwanted. We would rescue Rayson regardless of this pathetic show of tears. Return to Kilvos and report these events to your accursed king. Tell him that when this is over, King Tibarn of Phoenicis will be paying him a visit. And it was going so well until I messed up that one. I know he deserves it, but I still feel bad for badgering the old coot. Your Majesty, what will we do now? Oki, use your ears to pick out the sound of Rayson's wings, then tell me the direction from which it comes. Wait a minute, they're down in Phoenicis? How can they... These guys are... I'm not sure if these guys are just overpowered, or if this game is just jumping the shark. No matter how amazing your hawk eyes are, you can't see from this big island nation to the middle of the continent. That's way too... You know what? Never mind. I'm not questioning the logic. Maybe he was telling them that they should go into Benyon and try to look at the forest. That would make much more sense. Yes, you're the one who's up earlier than normal. I want to finish our mission today. I think my nervous energy woke me up. I understand. The last 2 days spent searching Serene's forest for that heron have been frustrating and fruitless. I'm sure he's in there somewhere, but... I agree. And Duke Tanis' men are still hunting away. They must think the heron is there as well. The only place left is the forest's heart. That's where we should go today. With luck, we may finally locate our target. I get the feeling it's going to be a long day. That it is, Ike. This is probably the longest chapter in the game. It has 5 parts. I don't think... Are there even any 2-part chapters in this game? I think this is the only multi-part one that works in the manner that this one does. Info. Servant. 2 stars. Commander Ike, a priest from Duke Tanis' villa, insists on speaking with you. Yes, what is it? Master Mercenary, it is my understanding that you pursue Duke Tanis. I hear that you're searching Serene's forest in hopes of capturing him. And if I am? Duke Tannis' property borders the forest, and he knows much about its layout. For quite some time now, he's been sending men into the forest to look for any herons who may still live there. I see. So you're saying that his troops know the forest well. I too have been taken into the forest. You? I take a priest. He thought that herons would make themselves known if a priest called to them. He's also taken dozens of chaste maidens and tried having them called the herons as well. But he didn't find any, did he? No, and yet this time, the joy he expressed after paying such an exorbitant price for the Serene's Royal was aberrant. It was not natural. The Duke has gone mad. To think that he would dare to defy the Apostle, he is damned. And here you stand. You're going to tell me what you remember about the forest, even though it means you're betraying Tannis, right? You read me well. To begin with, the heart of the forest was divided into 3 large sections, maybe more. It was nearly colorless and difficult to see far. The muddy floor pulled at our feet, and progress was slow. Many of the soldiers around me were afraid that they didn't bring enough supplies. They said a person would need them if he got lost, because getting out again would be no easy task. What can you tell me about Duke Tannis' forces? There were a lot of them. He had soldiers of every type. It was said that his mounted units and magic users were especially powerful. So at the very least, you should be prepared to deal with those 2 groups. Thank you. My parents, they both participated in Serene's massacre. They're nearing the ends of their lives, but even now they lie awake at night and beg the goddess for forgiveness. I became a priest in order to help my parents, but then I was assigned to work at Duke Tannis' villa. I knew of his terrible deeds, but his position as an imperial senator frightened me. I have been silent for far too long. Master Mercenary, you must rescue that Serene's youth. I beg of you. May the goddess guide your hand. Praise Asherah. I guess. I was about to say Naga, but she's only in Awakening. And Shadow Dragon, I guess. We've been in Benyon for a while now, so tell me something. Why are you still here? Are you pretending to be our friends so you can lance us in the back? You have to understand. I didn't know anything. I was born and raised in the Tal region of Dane. It's a very remote area. My father was a soldier, and I grew up thinking that I too would one day be a soldier to make my father proud. My life was simple. I questioned nothing, doubted nothing. Do you know the first thing we're taught in Dane schools? Subhumans are evil. Subhumans are the enemy. Subhumans must be eradicated. The army stages periodic subhuman hunts. We'd find refugees from Benyon hiding in our mountains and forests. You participated? You don't get it. That's just how things are in Dayan. No one taught me the word Laguz. No one taught me that subhumans could be like this. No one cared. When I saw the bird tribes at sea, I was convinced that the teachings were true. They were inhuman monsters. But later I saw the dragons push your ship off the reef, and it confused me. What if I had been raised to believe a lie? My heart pounded at the thought of it, and my doubts only grew with time. So you decided to remain aboard in order to ascertain the truth. That's your true motive, isn't it? How did you know? I've known a lot of soldiers, and none would ever accept charity from an enemy. It would wound their pride. You obviously have pride to spare, so I knew there was some other factor at play. Well, have you reached a conclusion? What will you do? I want to stay here. At first I thought I could protect my old life, that I could prove the subhumans were monsters. But I was wrong. And now things are different. The Laguz. I want to know the truth about them, and I need to base that on what I see, not what I am told by others. In that case, you can stay as long as you like. I appreciate it. I think meeting all of you was a very good thing. So that's important. And also Devdin, just the random soldier guy from last chapter. La la la, la la la, la la la, la la la. Hey there, you. Have a minute? Oh, Captain, how are you today? It's Commander, not Captain. Well, you seem to be enjoying yourself. That's because this garden is so pretty. Devdin loves all plants and flowers. How about you, Commander? They're alright, I suppose. That makes Devdin rather sad. Alright is not a very strong feeling. It is boring. You should be a more emotional commander. Even things you're used to will show you something new if you look hard enough, and discoveries are exciting. That's what life is all about. At least, that's what Devdin thinks. Some disagree, and that makes Devdin upset. You may be onto something. In Crimea, when my father was still alive, I think I was more open to such things, but now I just don't have the time. Honestly, all I can think about is defeating Dayan. I've no energy left to spend on flowers. If you talk like that, you will never defeat Dayan. What did you say? The war is new. If you are already so focused on preparations, you'll wear out before the fighting begins. Hold on a minute. Oh, Devdin, you're so lovable and completely insane. I like Devdin. I like Devdin quite a bit. So some of these people have supports that might actually be useful, and are not things involving Titania. So, Nephany and Brahm, they would be a good couple if this was Awakening's support system and we could marry them off and they could have children. Well, howdy, Nephany. Isn't it a beautiful day? Mm-hmm, sure is. I bet your hometown is real busy now with the harvest season approaching and all. Yeah, I bet. I'm sure my brothers and sisters are grumbling at Ma for making them help in the fields. All kids ever want to do is play. I should know. Say, how many people are in your family, Nephany? I have 2 younger sisters and 3 younger brothers. The boys are triplets. I forgot to do the southern accent. Come on. She's obviously from Georgia. Or Crimea, Georgia. Then again, both Crimea and Georgia are places in, like, somewhere that's not America. Are they both in Eastern Europe, or is only one of them in... I don't know. I don't know my geography is Eastern Europe. She has a lot of siblings. That's the summary. That's too much for your mom to handle all on her own. Yeah, but I'm sure Ma chews them out every day. What about you, Brahm? My kids are just a little older. I hope they're helping Mother like they're supposed to. Don't worry about it, Brahm. I'm sure they are. Okay, well, that was short and sweet, I guess. Does that taste good, Jill? Yeah, it's really good. Why? Because I made it. I'm glad you like it. You made this? Yep, I call it Mist's Magical Meatloaf. It's chock full of stuff that's good for you, especially when you're sick. You look real sad and you never eat, so I thought this would make you feel better. You're worried about me? Why are you so nice to me? I'm a day and soul. Stop. Please stop saying that. Why, it's true. Because it makes me feel bad, that's why. You're always saying, I'm a Daean soldier, everyone should hate me, blah blah blah. You're not a bad person, Jill. I want to be your friend, and you make it really hard. My friend? That ended abruptly. You'd think the conversation would have continued after that, but okay, whatever. That happened. I will do other random things. Did we get any scrolls? I think we got Gamble, but Gamble is useless. I'm not going to give that to anyone. Or I might give it to someone who doesn't care, who, you know, isn't going to use it. You could give it to Devdon! Devdon seems like a pretty cool guy, I just never use him. Anyway, I'm gonna award some EXP and maybe do some weapon stuff. So, see you in a bit. Alright guys, I'm back. So, I mentioned that this chapter is a long multi-parter. It has, I believe, about 5 parts. So I think I'm probably just going to do 1 part per episode, so we're gonna have some shorter episodes. Yes, that's a problem. Ike, we're approaching a large clearing. I think we should have the Apostle and some of the others wait here. Good idea. Even if we find the Heron today, there's no need for them to tramp through the forest with us. Apparently Soren is troubled by something still. We're going to head deeper into the forest and continue the search. Please wait here. If we find the Heron, we'll send for you immediately. I understand, my Lord Ike. Everyone, please be careful. We're counting on you. Her voice is way too deep for how young she is, but, you know, my voice acting skills are very limited. Sigrun, Tanith, may I entrust the princess to your care? Of course. You've no need to worry. We will protect her with our lives. Very well. Until later. So, how this mission works is each battle you, it's several small battles, and for each one, at the beginning you get to select what units you want to take in, but then at each additional phase where it gets more difficult, you go into a different section of the forest, and you fight some more difficult enemies. You get to select additional people to take in. You get, like, 2 extra people. And there's Tanis' troops, and there's him sitting there. He's a bishop. Gah! Haven't you fools found my precious little bird yet? I've no doubt the poor thing is even now quivering with loneliness and cold. Duke Tanis, I've just received word that the mercenaries who invaded your villa are in this forest. Blast those wretches! They're here to steal my bird. Their souls are black with greed and jealousy. I found beauty incarnate, and I will not relinquish it. Only I, Duke Tanis, can appreciate its worth. I'm sure that's true, Your Grace, but what about the mercenaries? What should we do about them? Hunt them down like dogs! Let none leave this forest alive. They will not rob me of my prize. But, Your Grace, they serve at the pleasure of the Apostle herself. Striking them would be... Leave the Apostle to me. I can deal with her once this is finished. All I need from you is silence and obedience. Is that clear? Yes, Your Grace. I beg your pardon. Okay, that happened. There they are. Do as Duke Oliver commanded. Slay them where they stand. Let none leave this forest alive. Not man, woman, or child. Man, you guys, they really are obedient. I'll give them that. They have loyalty on their side. No, not the Duke's soldiers again. I think it's about the time we put an end to these fools. listen up, everyone. Let's end this here. So yeah, we only have a few units right at the beginning here, and we'll get to take more later on. Let's see. I'm not gonna bother taking Vulcan, because there's no chests or doors to unlock. Who should I take in? I was using Oscar, wasn't I? He's back here. Not using Gatri, not using any of these three. Not planning on using Makalov. I think I was pronouncing her name wrong, because she's named after some mythological river or something, and I heard my English teacher pronounce it at some point quite a while ago. I think it was like Leafy or something, but I don't quite remember what the correct pronunciation is. Okay, so we've got an Axe Knight, a Bone Knight, and a Lance Knight with us now, don't we? So maybe we can take off another... I don't know. Well, maybe we should take off Kieran in favor of Boyd. And they're the same level, though, so what does it matter? Bring Marcia? That might actually be useful to take... I'm going to take out Braum and put in Marcia, because units with high movement range would probably be useful here. And we definitely need a healer, so I'm going to keep in Mist. Oh, and Soren, I gave him a custom weapon, and I named it Arc Fire, because it's an upgraded fire tome that's better than L-Fire, but Arc Fire doesn't exist in this game. It's a step up from L-Fire in Awakening. So, yeah, I just did that. I guess I'll just keep with that group, those 10. So here's all these soldiers, and yeah, this level makes me want to turn up the brightness on my TV. So most of them are around level 15 non-promoted. There are a few promoted guys. There's a sniper here, and they're led by a halberdier. Killer Lance could be dangerous. Got a couple of axe guys over here, swords here, an archer with a Laguz bow. Oh yeah, there are several enemies here with venin weapons, venin edge. So those are poisoned weapons. There's a venin axe up here. So those will actually inflict a status condition on you, poison. And we may have seen them before, I'm not really sure. But, you know, I don't know, status conditions aren't something you really see a whole lot of in Fire Emblem. But they're there. Just putting my mounted units with long movement range toward the back of the group, since they can catch up more easily. Alright, let's save and begin the fight. So yeah, funny thing, I actually just downloaded Animal Crossing New Leaf, and my 3DS is sitting here, and it just finished the download. I'm gonna keep these archers' ranges open, because I gotta watch out for my flying units. But these guys with the venin weapons can be a bit dangerous, but for the purpose of being more resistant against those guys, I gave Mist a Restore Staff, which lets us remove poison from people. So, let's see. These guys' ranges end there and there. About the same place. Right? So... whoa. That versus... yeah. Okay. So, maybe I'll put some lance users in here, like Oscar with his skewer. And... Neffany with her trident, I suppose. And I don't need to put a unit here to help support them. There are advantages to not having Awakening support system. And this guy with the venin edge, put someone decently strong. Actually, Marcia would probably be a good bet here. Another lance user. She has the Stick of Doom. Oh. And back her up with... oh wait, I don't want to put a mage there because these guys could probably... oh wait, no one can reach that range, so I'll leave Soren there, and equip him with Arc Fire, which is probably his best weapon right now. I'm sure it's stronger than Elwind. Yeah, it's stronger and more accurate, and has a high crit rate. I spent quite a bit of money on it, actually. But I have a lot of money. Money is ample in this game. It is in ample supply. What about this axe guy here? Steel axe. I'm not going to put anyone in his range just yet. I'll just kind of put Mia here, Ike here, and then I'll just kind of advance forward in a formation-y fashion, kind of, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, my 3DS is sitting here, and I just bought Animal Crossing New Leaf, and it's funny because I have Animal Crossing Wild World and was kinda on it. I'm not the biggest Animal Crossing fan, but there was just so much hype around New Leaf, and I'm about to go on a beach trip which is significant because it means I probably won't be uploading much because I can't record then. So even though there will be internet, the internet doesn't always work that well, and I can't record, so I'll probably upload little to none during the beach, even though I will bring my computer. But, yeah, so part of the reason I wanted a new game was to, make sure I had plenty of stuff to do at the beach. Although I did get the Oracle Zelda games pretty recently, but, they're kind of frustrating. You can tell that they're old games, and they have some things about them that just I don't know, I get stuck a lot. They're really difficult games. So I decided I wanted to cross animals. So here I am, crossing animals. Alright, Marcia has finally gotten to the point where she's decently powerful, and I think the Stick of Doom is a big part of that. Although, actually, she does pretty well with these other lances as well. Just give her the Iron Lance, she'll be able to take that guy out okay. And then, Mia, well, oh my god. I'm not even realizing it, it's like subconscious at this point, but I'm still thinking as though I'm operating on Awakening's support system, because I'm like trying to put units next to one another. Well, they don't need to be, because A, I don't think Marcia and Mia actually have support with one another. I'll leave her there anyway. And B, I'm pretty sure the range is wider in this game for where you have to be to have support. I don't know, it's very confusing. I don't think she's going to be able to kill this guy now. That's what I figured. And you can have Jill or Soren finish him off. We gotta watch out for these guys, but they can't actually really get much of anywhere. Jill will finish the job, I guess, since she's out of the range of all the archers still. But yeah. Hey, so if anyone on YouTube watching this video has a 3DS friend code they want to share with me, that'd be cool. We can cross animals together. We can share fruit. Literal fruit, not just the fruits of our labor, but just actual, give each other pears and things. And those peaches that look tragically resemble butts. So was I going anywhere with that? I have no idea. Forgive me if I suddenly burst into loud German chanting. I was just... I don't know how many of you out there are keeping up with spring season anime? The Attack on Titan opening theme will not get out of my head. It will not leave. It got to the point where it became the first song to make me seriously consider doing a fan dub. I have no idea how to sing. I mean, I'm a fairly musical person, but I don't know a whole lot about, like, music theory, and I really... Oh, we're running into swamp here. That's significant. That impedes your movement. I really... I don't know how to music. So, it's kind of silly for me to even be doing this at all. But this morning, I attempted to... just to see what would happen. Just to see what it was like, and how terrible I sounded. I actually tried... like, recording an English version of the song. It was so bad. It was so terrible. But, I don't know. I might actually seriously consider making one, and there are guys. Why are there guys? There are not supposed to be guys. I mean, they're supposed to be guys, but they're supposed to be in front of me, damn it! I want all my enemies in front of me! Can't have any of this guys sneaking up from behind, any of that business. So let's turn their ranges on, because we want to keep Mist out of them, but I think if we defeat these axe guys on this turn, you know, it'll be safe to put Mist here, and she's gonna heal Neffany there, and still have her out of the range of that archer, which should mean she's out of the range of... Oh yeah, these knights aren't gonna be able to move that far, especially with the bits of swamp in here. So anyway, Soren, you wanna kill a guy? Yeah, you're Soren, you love killing guys. You're a vicious barstool like that. Maybe he'll get a lucky crit. 11% chance, it's not impossible. I mean, it's almost never impossible, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean! I suddenly switched to an even more exaggerated version of my southern accent that I do for the Braum voice. Let's see, we don't really want to put anyone who can't attack at range into the archer's range, so we'll put me up here rather than above Soren. But yeah, after I record this episode, I'm going to cross all the animals. All of them. All of them! I just got uncomfortably close to the mic to say that, and I'm sure the mic appreciated that greatly. Who needs the XP here? Who should, I think I'm gonna have Jill. Jill's a little underleveled. Jill's gonna finish this guy. Oh wow, she really is horribly inaccurate. Only the custom weapon with the accuracy cranked way up can actually be reliable here. That's not that great, Jill. Especially since you're near Mist, and you have pretty good support with Mist. Although I'm not sure. I don't know. Because this game doesn't actually spell it out for you like Awakening does, the support system in this game is just a little iffy. So these guys can reach around up there. They have swords, so Marcia is actually a pretty good person to have countering them, as well as Nephany. So I'm gonna keep these two here. She's gonna equip a stronger weapon, I think. She'll get the Steel Lance. And Astrid will be here to counter this archer, because, you know, these enemies are very aggressive. You know they're gonna want to come in and attack her. They always do. They're so predictable in that way. I mean, you can't predict everything the enemy does, like those guys moving before people got in their range. I wasn't sure if they would do that. But when you do put someone in their range, you know they're gonna move. That's just how these games work. The AI is much more aggressive than human players necessarily are. That was a critical. Unnecessary, but it looks cool. Good job, Astrid, I guess. This is actually getting to be a pretty long recording, even though these aren't that long battles. It's probably because I spent time earlier doing stuff. Yeah, I feel like there was something else I was going to say, but I don't remember what it was. I'm still bitter about Stefan. I had no idea he was in this game. Just, yeah. Well, it looks like Marcia might be able to... No, Myrmidons are too fast. She wasn't able to double hit him. At least he wasn't Swordmaster. Swordmaster with a killing edge is kind of a recipe for disaster. Because Swordmasters were one of the more crit-heavy classes in the game. I've mentioned that before. Swordmasters and Snipers and Thieves / Assassins. They're the ones getting all the crits. All of them. They have the crits, literally. Well, not literally. Crit isn't a physical object that you can have. You know what I mean? Shut up. Okay, Marcia needs healing pretty badly. But at least Mist can use staffs that are better than regular old heal this time. Alright, so that archer guy is dead. I don't know that Astrid would be able to do all that much damage to this guy, but it's worth seeing. That's actually not too bad. So, yeah, why don't you go ahead and do that? Maybe she'll get another lucky crit. You know, that's likely. No, well, still pretty good. I mean, 16 damage. She was a character who was having some pretty big problems with strength earlier, but Paragon, being te best skill ever, that it is, I don't even know what I'm saying. Okay, so, she still can't use the longbow. What is up with that? I think it's just the weight. I think it's her strength, or her weight or something. No, it wouldn't be her weight, because she's on a horse, so her weight is high, but her constitution, maybe, if that is a separate thing in this game. I'm not even sure. I think it must be her strength, that it has to be like 2 points higher than the weight of the weapon or something. So hopefully soon when she levels up, she'll finally be able to use the longbow, because that would be nice, that if she could hit people at a higher range. But she can use the Laguz bow now, which is kind of nice. If I had a killer bow, she would be able to use it. That would be pretty cool. Alright, so these fools need to be taught a lesson. Oscar, you finish this fool. Fool 1 of 3. We are going to fire all the emblems. They are going to lose their jobs, and they are going to be unemployed emblems. I don't know. I really don't know what prompts half the things that I say. I'm just looking for something to say, you know. Finish that guy with her Stick o' Doom, because clearly Marcia is a hero of Doom. Marcia is not a hero of Doom. Yes, the Homestuck references, they continue. I mean, that was kind of the inspiration for making the Stick o' Doom green, but Stick o' Doom was a cool name regardless of Doom being the best aspect, speaking from experience. Wait a minute, wait, heal is... Oh, okay, there we go. Heal works, heal works. It does enough. It does enough of the things. Does anyone have a heavy spear by any chance? I didn't think so. Kill the guy with the javelin. That's not very accurate, though. Would using the iron lance work? Because, like, I like to use up the crappy weapons, so I don't want to, you know, do overkill by using the fancy custom ones for just finishing guys. But sometimes the fancy custom ones are the only ones that are accurate enough to really feel like they're reliable to kill these guys with. So here's these guys. Need to watch out for the archers still. Why does it... I wish the ranges that I selected would carry over, and I need to watch out for that guy's range, but he's not likely to hit anyone right now. Let's see, Mia has an armor slayer, so that would be pretty useful. She has to get in that archer's range to actually use it, but she'll survive. She has a chance of taking quite a bit of damage, so that's kind of dangerous. Maybe what I'll do is instead... maybe Soren should attack this guy, though. Ooh, yeah, because he can double hit him, and that's good. That's good right there. That's good stuff. Good stuff. Good stuff. Maybe I'll have Mia go in there and then rescue her, so that she's not in the archer's range, because that archer's a pre-promote, so he could be pretty dangerous. It's not like he has a killer bow or anything, but still. Yeah, even though I'm breaking this all into individual episodes, this is still turning into a longer episode than I thought. But, I mean, these battles aren't that small. This is just a really freaking long chapter. It's the main thing. I wonder if Jill could do it. She has a javelin, but she doesn't do very much damage with it. But she could reduce his HP to the point that Mia would get a guaranteed kill on him with just one hit. Not necessarily guaranteed, because I don't think her accuracy is 100, but you know what I mean. She would be able to kill him in just one hit, and therefore it wouldn't really be much of an issue that she's in the range of the archer, because her HP is full. She's not going to die. I mean, 99% chance. Yeah, this is going to work. Perfect. Mia is so good in this game. I don't know, she's just really awesome. And I do have Zehark, and I haven't really used him as much. I guess because I just happen to know from experience that Mia is awesome. I don't know. Let's see, here's the range of the Venom Edge guy. Maybe I should put someone there? Do I have any Lance users left? No, I don't, but I could put Ike. No, he can't actually reach that spot. He's just gonna kind of hang out over there. I don't want to put Kira on there because of the weapon triangle disadvantage, so I just won't have anyone in their range. Figured he would move anyway, but he hasn't done anything yet. Okay, Soren, please don't die. Because this guy's a sniper, isn't he? Yeah, so that was kind of bad. But Soren is not fast enough to double hit him, but that was still not bad. And level up. Now, level 16, mate. Are you serious? I had some really crappy level ups giving people some bonus EXP earlier, too. This just hates me, I guess, this game. This game's experience system. The level ups just hate me. Please hit, yay. Good job, I guess? I kind of wish she was faster, but, I mean... Well, speed 16 is pretty darn good for not being promoted, but it's just Myrmidons are fast, so what can you... you gotta expect it. And Oscar can finish the job pretty nicely. Alright, well, this is going pretty well. I mean, I didn't expect to have too much trouble. It's mostly the last one or two stages of this mission. You do get a chance to save and everything in between each part of the mission, though. But yeah, the later parts can get pretty annoying. This is kind of like... This is like the end of a major sort of story arc of this game, you could say. Because this... After this mission, there's not exactly a time skip, but there's a big sort of turning point in the story, and it sort of starts a second story arc, and the, like, the battle music changes for when you go and, you know, the little music it just played when I was going up and attacking that guy, when it was actually showing Oscar, or rather Kieran, going up and hitting the archer, this music here, like, that all changes, and the stuff for when you get attacked and stuff, and also Ike's class change is coming up pretty soon, spoilers. I mean, he's been level 20 for a while, so you would hope that it would come up pretty soon, because I can't Master Seal him. I could Master Seal one of these other guys, but I don't want to waste level ups, so, gotta wait till they get to level 20 as well. Tragic, isn't it? Alright, Soren needs healing pretty desperately. Is he the only one in desperate need of healing? And Neffany could use it, but she's not too desperate. Alright, should put that guy's range up. Not very many enemies left, so really we're in a pretty good situation here. Mist, just... Does the heal staff? No, heal staff doesn't get up to full HP. That is clearly the sound of medicine happening. It's the sound of it all healing makes, clearly. Alright, Mia, do your thing. Do her thing. This is actually probably going to be my last recording session before I go for a couple weeks, actually, because I'm going on the beach trip for a week, and then I'm going to a college orientation. Yeah, I'm old enough to go to college, imagine that! Yeah, I look young and have kind of a high-pitched voice, so yeah, people always either assume that I'm younger than I am or think I'm a girl. It's really pretty annoying. But yeah, I am going to college next fall. I did actually graduate high school, believe it or not. Oh boy, more guys. So, Sluggish, all of the people could use all of the EXP, really. I need to stop saying all of the things. all of the things. Language is not my, actually, that's a lie. Language kind of is my strong suit, so I really shouldn't be... Is this a sign that I shouldn't be so self-deprecating, or is this the sign that I just shouldn't say things that blatantly aren't true? I don't know. Let's turn on the range of these guys. They're really not... Yeah. Not too big of a deal. Okay. Astrid, yeah, kill him. Kill the fool. Kill the fool. Pity the fool. Why I suddenly became Mr. T? I have no idea. Yeah, this is actually turning out way too long than I expected. I don't know. I seriously think I was going to say that. This is a problem I always want to do, isn't it? I think I'm going to say something. More of the meta commentary. I really need to stop. I'm just a terrible Let's Player. Yeah. I am kind of trying to be more tactical about this game, because about games like this, especially since I'm like doing runs of Fire Emblem Awakening, going on to higher difficulties and that type of thing, and I realize, you know, I need to be smarter about my tactics or everyone's gonna die. Because sometimes when I play these games, I like just do things that aren't that smart. I just don't pay enough attention to, you know, where the enemies are, and just sometimes I overlook basic things. And I like to think that I'm pretty decent at this game, and, you know, good strategist and everything. Be the group tactician. But sometimes I overlook stuff. More so in games than, like, real life. Oh, I just realized there's an enemy, that enemy is actually closer than the ones who just came in, so I really should have been paying more attention. See? There we go! The fact that I just kind of didn't register that, well, oh well. I didn't put anyone, like, mist up there, and it's a long sword, but I didn't put a horseback unit. See, Jill actually did a really good job, so it was a good choice, even if it wasn't exactly a deliberate choice. See, I know what I'm doing. That was not so much a deliberate choice, but at least she has her fancy spear, so hopefully this guy won't crit her. Yeah, that actually worked pretty well. No double hit, because he's a halberdier, and they're decently fast, but, you know. So now, there's no archers to worry about, or wind mages for my flying units to worry about. Just gotta kill the mages and these guys. How about you work on the mage, since, you know, you're a peg knight, you have good resistance. Not that the guy's very accurate anyway, so it's really not very threatening. Did it not just say that his accuracy was like 22%? Oh well, I guess it's more likely than getting a critical on like 10%, so... Yeah, it's gotta happen every now and again. Still kind of irritating, though. I'm actually not sure if victory is route or defeat commander, but I imagine it... Or if it's like arrive or something random. I think it's probably route. Yeah, clear route. Okay. I figured. I'll get someone else with a lance to take out the sword guy, probably. Want to trident this fool, Bethany? Yes, that sounds good. So many enemies all of a sudden. They're just all closing in. Whoa! Really unnecessary critical there. You know, the soldier critical is kind of silly looking. I found it kind of disappointing that in so many other games there's enemy soldiers and they're just kind of used as a generic grunt class, but you never get a soldier of your own. So I'm kind of... But halberdier is kind of a cool class, so, you know, it's kind of disappointing that you don't get soldiers that often in those other games. So I'm glad that you get a good soldier character in this game. I guess it's sort of like having a villager, like in Awakening you get Donald. I don't know that Nephany quite reaches Donald levels of amazingness, because Donald just has that one overpowered skill. Aptitude. All my level ups are better than all of yours. Sucks for you. Lucky bastard. So, who should we have do what? I think Astrid should be the person who does a thing. She could even kill the boss. That would actually be pretty good. Right there. Right there. Right. I think if I have any British viewers, they would probably want to kill me whenever I do anything resembling a British accent, so I should probably stay away from them, but they're just so much fun to exaggerate to ridiculous extents. Who doesn't want to talk like the Queen? Well, I wouldn't want to talk like the Queen in everyday life, but you know, who doesn't want to do a Queen impression? I think she can she finally use the long bow? Nope. Her strength still isn't, or whatever it is, still isn't. Maybe mounted archers can't use longbows at all, or something silly like that. And I guess it's possible. Oscar and Jill needs the experience more than Oscar, so Jill's gonna kill this guy, and she's not actually gonna be able to kill him, but she'll do a lot of damage without taking much, so. Oh right, it is a Venom Edge. Could have missed Cure the Poison, but we'll probably win the battle this turn anyway, so. What's the big deal? And maybe she would be better off. Well, actually, I don't know. Restore Staff might give her more EXP than just heal or mend, so it might actually be a good idea to use the Restore Staff while we can. I spent the money on it, might as well use it. Because things that cure poison aren't always all that useful, because you don't really... Yeah, see, that gives her more EXP than usual. Because you don't really run into status problems that often in this game. Does fire beat wind? No, wind beats thunder, so thunder beats fire. But it still is not as good as using the overpowered custom weapon, so yeah, you better arc fire him to death. You're gonna kill him dead. Not really all that impressive of a mage duel there, I gotta say. I don't know, mages work better in some games. Once Soren becomes a sage, he'll be pretty awesome. But, I guess Kieran will kill that guy. Oscar will kill this guy. I don't know. Is it just me, or do paladins, or not paladins, but cavaliers, you know, mounted knights, have a bit lower, skill in this game than you would expect? Because it kind of seems like, his skill is actually one of his best stats, but it kind of seems like they always have problems with accuracy. I don't know. Maybe that's just chance. But, you know, the custom weapons really help, so. Especially with Kieran, he has big problems with accuracy. But there we go, we've done it. We have done it! We have completed this chapter, and... oh god, there are 70 dropped frames on the video. If you think it's weird that I swear by saying Sweet Naga, then you can just go unsubscribe right now. Curses, they just keep coming. How many soldiers does he have? There's no telling. He is a bishop and a senator, and he holds peerage, and that means he could command many men. Perhaps we, too, should call in a few reinforcements. What do you think? That's not a bad idea, and while we wait, we could take a breather and reorganize our attack strategy. Let's do it. So this is sort of the break between missions, and when we resume in the next episode with part 2, we'll be able to call in a couple extra units and have the, the start battle screen again. But yeah, that's the end of this episode, so I'm the Dog, and I will see you guys next time with more Fire Emblem Path of Radiance. Bye.